This edition of YouTube Suggestions is brought to you by YouTube's COPA Standards Preparation Team, ensuring you're too afraid to upload a f***ing thing. Hey everybody, this is James, and welcome to another YouTube Suggestions. 90% appropriate for children, but not directed at children. This is YouTube Suggestions 19, the last YouTube Suggestions of 2019. And we hope to give some small channel creators an early Christmas present by introducing them to a few new members of their audience. If you've seen one of these before, you know the drill. But for those that are new to the channel, or just never seen one of these before, allow me to take a couple of minutes to explain what we do here. Meanwhile, I'll take a look at some clips from just a few of the previously featured channels. On YouTube Suggestions, we take a look at 5 small channels on YouTube. I'll tell you a little about what you might find on the channels and tell you a little about the creators behind them. All I ask is if you see a channel you're not familiar with and it looks like something you might be interested in, just go give them a closer look. If you like what you see and decide to stick around for a while, let them know where you heard about them, and also let me know that you went. I like to know if I'm doing anybody any good. Now, for our purposes here, a small channel is considered any channel that is under 25,000 subscribers, and most of the channels we feature are well under that. I will say I did cheat a little bit on this one, and more on that in a couple of minutes. I also want to point out these are not shout-outs.
You're putting me on.
I don't know if YouTube has rules against shout-outs or not at this point, but I have heard that some channels have gotten some hot water for doing them. I think it may have actually been the way they were doing them more than the shout-outs themselves, but just to keep myself out of hot water, I call these reviews. You know, we don't get into anything negative, we keep it all positive, but they are definitely not shout-outs. Mostly I'm just trying to help shed a little light on some smaller channels that I think have good content, and I think the creators deserve more recognition. Okay, let's get down to business and get to our 5 featured channels as we close out the year 2019. Maybe in 2020 I can come up with some new ways to segue into the suggestion monkey. Exploring with CF centers mostly on abandoned exploration. Hosted by CF himself, he is often accompanied by one of his buddies as he goes to various different abandoned places. It's never a good idea to go alone. CF has a nice mixture of dilapidated old places as well as more newly abandoned buildings that look like they might have been opened earlier that same day. One thing I've noticed is CF has a knack for finding places that still have the power turned on. In a weird way, that kind of increases the creepiness. It's like you expect them to walk into a bunch of people at any time. The channel's been around for a little over 2 years, and this is the one that I have cheated on a little bit. CF doesn't make his number of subscribers public, so I don't know how many he has, but looking at some of his numbers, he might be over that 25,000 mark, but he's still considered a small channel by most standards, and I really should have put him in one of these a long time ago anyway. So go check him out. He has live streams every Tuesday, and if you are at all interested in doing abandoned exploration, I highly recommend you sit in on a live stream and pick his brain for a little while. He's really good at this. Kvar has taken the very popular tool of the drone and has really brought it to the next level. Kvar is a mechanical engineer by trade and has an incredible collection of drones. Some are the typical kind you see on many channels, but some are smaller and can squeeze into tight places. It not only gives you a different perspective in these videos, but these smaller drones can be used in situations that drones are not typically used, like gathering with friends in an apartment. Add to that a good variety of content, and it's a unique experience you don't see on many channels on YouTube. This is a very new channel too, with the first video uploaded in August of 2019. Kvar has gathered 312 subscribers at the time I am making this. There isn't a huge archive to go through in just 4 months or so, but what is there is really good. I would recommend Halloween vlog Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's a fun video with the great look at how the smaller drones work. He also did a drone reality spooky short film called Birds of Prey that I thought was really good. Or maybe you can just go to the first video and start from there. Wherever you start, go check him out. This is a channel I stumbled across some time ago. I think he popped up in some recommended videos. Matt's Rad Show is hosted by Earl. No, obviously it's hosted by Matt, who is centered in Minnesota, but there are videos from all over the U.S. as he has traveled some. Matt usually concentrates on movie filming locations and historical places, but also has some fun vlogs and Comic-Con events, and even dabbles in some haunted locations from time to time. It's a fun channel to watch, and you can tell Matt has a good time doing it as he travels around the Gopher State and other locations. Matt's Rad Show has been around a little while, first uploading in March of 2013, and has over 14,500 subscribers. There's a lot of content here over 6 years, but I would recommend starting with Real Life Haunted Hotel, the Scalais Hotel, which, come to think of it, is how I came across this channel in the first place. That's the first video I watched. Matt also has a lot of great videos taking a look at some old-fashioned burger places, and you can even take a trip to the mall that was used in Mallrats if you like the movie location videos. A lot of great content here, so go give Matt a look. I like seeing filming locations for movies, and I've even done a couple here on this channel. Reshoots is a channel produced by Jesse Nickel that is dedicated not only to showing you filming locations, but gives you an immediate comparison on screen, splitting the screen to show you scenes from the movie and what that same location looks like today. Some of them are big movies you might expect, like The Terminator and Goonies, and others are more obscure films like Getting Straight and Kansas City Bomber. He even goes as far back as Some Like It Hot and Vertigo in the 50s. Reshoots has been around about 3 years and has almost 1,300 subscribers at the time I'm making this. As you might imagine, this would be a very time-consuming process, so there isn't a huge archive over 3 years, but a lot more than you might think. My favorite videos are the Animal House filming locations and Can't Buy Me Love. Those are both fun to check out. It's funny how so many of these locations look almost exactly the same, but then there will be one scene that looks vastly different. It's an entertaining channel and lots of great locations to check out. Go give it a look and see if your favorite movie is there. If you like some light jazz, blues, and what is referred to as American standards, you need to check out the Scalais. They are a talented father-daughter duo from Brooklyn, New York that has been uploading to YouTube for almost 6 years. With Rob's guitar expertise and Amanda's beautiful vocals, they cover a variety of songs, not only standards like Orange Colored Sky and My Funny Valentine, but they also do covers of artists like the Beatles and Imagine Dragons, and put their own new jazzy twist on them. They also sprinkle in some guitar lessons from Rob and a little humor here and there. The Scalais has drawn over 2,300 subscribers as I am making this and have a nice archive to go through. Orange Colored Sky is one of my personal favorites. And if you want to check out the lighter side of the channel, Dancing Dinosaurs in NYC is a pretty funny video. Of course, they're an active duo that performs live in and around New York and regularly appear at the Helen Mills Theater. You can check out some of those performances on their channel. And if you happen to be in their area, see if you can catch them live. Tell them a view from the middle sent you. Okay, those are our 5 featured channels for YouTube Suggestions 19. Links to all those channels are in the description, or you can get to any channel at any time by clicking the prompt in the upper right hand corner. Now before we close it out, let's get to our video raid. At the end I'll leave a link to a video from one of our previously featured channels. That will be the link on the right on the end screen. I just ask that you take a couple of minutes to take a look at that video, leave a like, and leave a positive comment. This time around, we're going to raid Corbin Connection Comedy. Corbin was in YouTube Suggestions Creative Creators, which was the 5th one of these I did. Corbin has a video called Funny Looking Rabbit. It's only about 3 minutes long. You get a look at one of his characters, Corbin Smooth, in this one. So go give Corbin a look, drop a like, leave a nice comment, and let's see if we can help the algorithm a little bit. While you're clicking, don't forget to subscribe to A View from the Middle by clicking the red button on the front page or the double arrow one-way sign in the bottom right-hand corner. As I'm making this, I'm at 1,000 subscribers on the nose. But you know how that goes. I might wake up tomorrow and be at 995. So let's see if we can get that, nudge that just a little higher before I celebrate too much. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Also like, share, comment, not necessarily in that order. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stick around to the end for the video links, and also see the names of all the channels I use clips of at the beginning of the video. Alright, you tour guide lady, take us out.
Where's my mummy?
What? What was that? Well, that's not how you take us out. Rich from the Steel One. Show her how it's done.
That is a wrap.